Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be testing out a fully passive fit healer for T5 Firestorm Abyss. I've tested this out before, but I need to test it more because if this is able to be a reliable fit, it's a very good thing. It's a very smooth situation you're going to be in if you're able to do T5 Firestorm with this fit here, because the fit itself costs 600 million ISK. Only thing is the implants cost a couple of billion, you know. So that is the expensive part, but you're in a relatively cheap ship earning really good ISK with really low filament cost. So this will be a really great thing if it's able to be like a feasible idea. It's also very idiot proof. You're not using any capacitor apart from your Afterburner, so it is a very good fit to do these sites if it actually will work. Now, me on the other hand, I am not so idiot proof. I forgot to get the filament, so I'll get this T5 Firestorm, and then we'll shortly get out there. But these are just really great. They're not as stressful to run as the T6 is, but you still earn a lot of ISK, and you're overall just going to be having an easier time here. And the filament is so cheap, 2 million ISK. 2 million ISK. I was going to actually do this on Tranquility. I have done previous tests on Tranquility. The thing is, my character right now is out there sitting in an L5 mission system waiting to do his L5 missions. So in the meantime, I wanted to test out this Gila here, and I want to get some more tests done in this ship. The ones I worry about the most, probably Cinnabelle waves and Karybdis tyrannos waves. And you may ask, why would I be worried about Cinnabelle waves? They don't usually pose a big threat to the Gila. Well, the reason is because I forgot to put the rigs in. Oh, I need to change the rigs real quick. The reason is because the Cinnabelle wave does a lot of EM damage, and this guy here, this Gila, has only 20% EM resists, and I worry a lot about that. I worry that they're going to get absolutely annihilated by those Cinnabelles. But on the other hand, this does have very good explosive resist, so it will be able to repel the other damage type that do, because Cinnabelles do EM and explosive resist. This to active ship and undock. Now I'll go to the asteroid field. There's a ton of... oh, look at that. There's a ton of NPCs here. So also because there's a lot of Autothesian Lancers as well. Okay, let's activate the filament and get into the Abyss. Serpentis Cannoneer and Sentinel. Goodbye. Okay, I'm curious here how this will turn out. Oh, okay. I've got a bunch of sleeper cruisers. They're usually pretty easy. DPS 1, and just put this into tanky. Put this here. Oh, the volume is really loud. Let's reduce that a bit. We'll go for the entanglers and the confusers. They can be a little bit annoying, and I have to keep dragging everything out. Spread out the drones a bit. I'll go towards the transfer conduit. I don't worry too much about time here. I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to do these T5 Firestorms in survivable time. It won't be the best time because we've only got 2 damage modules, but it'll still be decent because it's T5, it's not T6 we're doing here. What is our DPS? 774 DPS. We can go for all these confusers. And perhaps the entanglers as well. They're going to be a bit annoying. Webbing our drones. Spread out those drones a bit. We've got the extenders on, right? Yeah, 98k HP. That's really nice to see. We're at 75% HP, so no problem whatsoever. The main thing is that we don't want to choke here, because we've only got a limited amount of time to be able to take out the NPCs before we get a critically low shield. It's not like we've got a really good boosting so that we're able to recover. If we waste a lot of time, we will die. If we just sit there and do nothing and let our shields go down, it's not like we can recover from that by parting good. We benefit a lot from just naturally having big buffer on this ship. So that's why we just need to be very aggressive and destroy everything as quick as possible. See, our capacitor is drained. We completely do not care. Our afterburner doesn't work, but it doesn't matter. We're just chilling here near the gate anyway. Only occasion you would want to think about this is, say, Karybdis tyrannos, and you're trying to avoid damage. A viewer actually recommended me that I could have the tab here, or the column, transversal velocity. It could be useful to have, because then you can see sort of how well you're doing. Angular velocity, I think. I can't remember if it's transversal or angular velocity. Transversal velocity? I think transversal. So we'll move this a little bit here. That's a good time. We're almost destroyed this wave. And we are coming close to the end. Something like this, I think. There we go, and now we're recharging some shields as well. Only 66%. I like to go into the next wave with 75% because before, when I did a test with this fit, it felt nice going into the next wave with 75%. I felt like I had a bit of a margin to survive a high damage wave. Maybe we will get it because we're actually recharging a bit of shields now that with so little DPS on the grid. Ooh, wrecking shot 2.9k. He just exploded there. That was nice to see. Great, okay. Let's recall those drones. And go to the next wave. What HP percentage? Yeah, 75%. That's perfect. Nice. Karybdis tyrannos. Okay, the one wave that I worry most about with this fit. But it will hopefully go good. The key here, I think, will be keeping the Afterburner on and the Entanglers and Illuminators at bay. Deploy these drones. Oh, it's a bit of a cheat that we've got the Tachyon class enabling us to get in range really quickly, or get around Karybdis really quickly. Oh, there are a lot of annoying. Basically, everything here is deadly. Got dissipators. Then you also got illuminators and entanglers that are going to keep me close, but probably the entanglers need to go down first. And then the dissipators. I think illuminators can wait a bit because we anyway got such a big signature bloom. So, transversal velocity. So let's see now. Does this get higher than when we go in an angle? Yeah, look, it does go in an angle. When we go to more of an angle. Look, now that we're going less of an angle, you see transversal velocity on Karybdis is going down. So we're trying to keep it at an angle here. Entangler, well, there's another entangler over there. Oh, we're soon going to get neutered out. This is what I worry about with Karybdis. We get neutered out, we're not able to use our Afterburner. Because of that, we will then not be able to speed tank as much, and because of that, we might die. Combine that with some webs, you're not going to have a good time here. Okay, come on now, destroy this guy. We need to be able to get some capacitor left. We can use those remaining missiles on the dissipator here. Let's get that transversal up. Increase that transversal a bit. Good. And split the drones a little bit like that. Illuminators now. We're still... Okay, there we go. We can get the Afterburner on. Oh. We might die here. Minus 70%, that's good. Worst case scenario. Can we get at a good angle here? It's hard to avoid damage when you've got all these illumination. This is all illumination going on. Oh, look at that. Oh, that HP is really deadly low. Come on, get those missiles going on. Need to get in close. It's going to be hard to survive though. But to get in close. Going to have to take so much beating to get in close. But I think we're going to have to risk it because if we're just keeping out here, we're still going to take a bit of damage, I think. Maybe if we go a bit to the side, perhaps. Or maybe right, a little bit to the side here. Oh, our shields are getting really low. Have the missiles go there. Go a little bit to the side here. Can we get some grazing shots? Is that possible? We are sort of able to tank Karybdis. Seems like we are quite stable here. And we didn't go bonk into that missile. But this could have been very deadly if we were to have a tracking partner here. Then Karybdis would have very likely destroyed us. And that's good. Look at that. Now we're able to just keep it ranged like this, or like the side. And the transversal velocity is high enough that we're able to just keep it like just move like this and not take any damage at all. The only thing here is that we need to be slightly careful that we don't go into the next wave with really low HP. Okay, there we go. Now I got 74% shields left, so we'll go to the next room, final room. That's the wave that I was worried most about, this one right here. And you now understand maybe why. It's just that we take so much damage and our regen is not so high, so we're overall not going to have a really good time. Let's go to the buy and active cache. But we don't need to go to the buy and active cache, we'll just go straight to the enemy NPCs. Undock those drones. Now this kind of wave is no problem whatsoever. We'll just go straight through, do not even care at all really. Only thing I might want to keep out for are these spark lances, just because we don't want to have them do a lot of damage to us with their EM damage. There we go, Rediva's down. Let's go for these spark lances. Or Hammerhead taking a ton of damage. Now it's just a case of destroying these rogue drones. And surprisingly, we're taking quite a bit of damage from these rogue drones. I mean, usually rogue drones don't pose a lot of threat, but when they all get on top of you like they do now, you can really see how much damage they do. Split those drones a bit. Easy. And even though we just sat there and just did nothing for a couple of minutes, we still have plenty of time to spare in the T5 firestorm, because T5 is a lot more chill than T6. You wouldn't afford to be able to just chill there like this in a T6, but we can here in the T5. So great, test went well. As I expected, Karybdis was a very deadly threat, and it's also a worst case scenario with minus 70% thermal resist, so it was a very good test. We did survive. We could have, however, died. I mean, it did feel like it came very close, and I would be a little bit on the edge of whether or not I would want to waste or risk my high-grade Nirvana implants and this sort of thing. Just seeing how low our shields got. If we were, however, to have a hybrid star, that would be a completely different situation. Then I think we would be a lot more suited. We could perhaps do more tests than that. I have done quite a few tests before on that as well, but I think we could do more tests on hybrid star Gilas as well. They could perhaps be better for the T5 firestorms. So we might do that in the future, but that's not for now. Deadly Karybdis wave for the passive fit for T5 firestorm. Well worth the time invested here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Ooh, look at those Serpentis. Going crazy on me.